Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so this is going to be the start of a new series that I'm going to be doing on my channel, and I have to tell you, I'm actually really looking forward to putting these videos together. But as you can see by the thumbnail, yes, I'm going to be sharing with you my favourite 4K release from each label. Now, I'm not going to say a boutique label. I don't want to say that because I am going to be including the likes of Warner Brothers and Universal in these videos. So I don't think boutique would be the right word to use when it comes to these videos. Now, I'm not going to be going into too much detail when it comes to these releases. I'm not going to be showing much because chances are I've done videos for them already. And if I have, what I'll do is I will leave links in the description below for each and every one of those videos. And I would encourage you to check them out. But I am going to be breaking these videos up. I'm going to have 6 titles altogether in this video. 6 different labels. I can actually tell you the labels. It's going to be Sacred Bones Records, Arrow Video, Second Sight, Turbine, Titans of Cult, and Umbrella Entertainment. And then, you know yourselves, with the next video, chances are it'll be the likes of Everything Blue, Film Vault, you know, Sign Museum, Manta Lab, all of that kind of stuff. So like I said, I'm going to be breaking it up, and there's going to be a couple of videos out there, and if they get a good response, I will definitely move on to the Blu-ray side of it. But as of right now, I am fixated on 4K. So with that said, I'm going to get this going. I'm going to start with the big one, which is Arrow Video. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there curious to see what is my favourite release from Arrow. And I have to tell you, I didn't have to think about it too long. It is Lamberto Bava's Demons. Now, you get both movies inside this set, and I have to tell you, the way that this set is presented is absolutely beautiful. Actually, just let me remove the J card so I can actually give you a proper look at it. But look at the way they combined the two faces on the cover. It is fantastic, and the artwork is the exact same around the back of it. But yes, it's kind of like, it just opens like this, and inside you have got all your contents. So you do get a double-sided poster, which I don't have to show you because it's the same artwork that you've seen on the main box. You got the ticket for Metropole, and that was such a nice touch to include that in this set. So that's for the cinema in the first movie. So I love that that was featured in this set. You also get this lovely hardback book. And as you can see, it's the mask that features in the first movie. So they are kind of focusing more on the first movie than anything else. But inside this, you know, you do get a write-up. You get a lot of stills. Of course, right at the back of it, you get some information in terms of the restoration. And speaking of the restoration, both movies look absolutely extraordinary on 4K. I never thought they could get them looking as good as they do, and it's a testament to how much work Arrow Video have put behind this release. Some of the colours that you're going to see, particularly on the first movie, even though it's a cinema environment, believe it or not, there is a lot of colour. And yeah, Dolby, I think it's Dolby Vision, or maybe it's just HDR, I can't quite remember. But wow, the colours do look very impressive in it. So this is the Digipack that you get inside it. Look at that face. Oh, these movies, they really, really do unsettle me. They always did from a young age. I can't tell you the amount of night's sleep I lost over these movies. They are fantastic. And that is both discs inside it. And you'll notice it just behind them. They also give you the original poster artwork. So it's nice to see that they included that in this set. So there you have it, folks. That is my first entry into this video, Demons. And I'm very curious to hear what your favourite is in terms of Arrow Video. Right, so moving on, I'm going to show the Sacred Bones title. Now, a few people out there will be probably wondering who the hell is Sacred Bones. Well, they're an American company, and they do these deluxe releases specifically on John Carpenter movies in conjunction with Scream Factory. They've only brought out, let me just see how many there is. I think there's maybe 9 of them altogether. This is my favourite of the bunch, and it is John Carpenter's They Live. And the reason why I opted for this one being my favourite is because there's such a wonderful story behind it. But I had a friend in America who actually ordered this for me. And unfortunately, when it got to this country, surprise, surprise, it got rejected by customs, sent back to him. Somewhere along the line, the package got lost. And I lost out. Lost the money and everything. Couldn't even get the money back. So this thing sold out. it was going for ridiculous money. And then a friend of mine who came across me on YouTube, his name was Christian, he turned around and he said to me, Keith, I got one for you. And he actually sent this to me as a gift. So to actually complete that collection means the absolute world to me. And I just wanted to quickly give you a look at it. But as you can see, you've got one of the aliens there on the cover, and right behind them it says Obey. And if you're familiar with these releases, you get nothing on the back. You just got the Sacred Bones logo. Sorry for the dust on it. But inside, they're very simple releases, but they're so classy. You get a 7-inch vinyl inside, and side A inside. Side A is Day Live, side B is Wake Up. Not only that, but the vinyl itself is a unique coloured vinyl, and of course it was going to be black and white, which was such a nice touch. Now there's another version you can get out there, and it was Scream Factory's version of it, and the vinyl comes in bubblegum pink. Again, quite brilliant. And then of course inside you've got the Scream Factory title of it. So again, I have done a video on this release, and if you do want to get a proper look at it, the link is in the description there for you. But there you go, that is my favourite release from Sacred Bones, and it's because of the story tied to it. So there you have it, Day Live. Right, so moving on to the next title that I'm going to be featuring. So I'm going to be focusing on Titans of Cult. Now this one required a little bit of thinking. I had to kind of put emotions aside, because my heart instantly went to The Thing, because as you know, it's one of my favourite movies of all time. But in terms of the release, this is the one that I thought was the best. It's still my favourite from Titans, and I don't think it will ever change. And it is V for Vendetta. So I am going to give you a quick look at this, but again, links in the description for this video if you do want a proper look at it. But the way that this is displayed, especially when I open it up and I show you, is exactly what it looks like inside. But I'm just going to quickly, just slowly take us around the packaging. That's the beauty of these Titans releases as well. All the spines match up perfectly. And then you've got the V signature there, if you want to call it that, or sigil. But on the back, I'm just going to quickly open it up, and I'm going to just show you the way that this is presented, because Titans of Cult only ever done this twice on their releases, and I don't know why they didn't continue it. But inside you get like a miniature steelbook, and as you can see, you got V on the title, and there's not much going on on the back of it. That's basically what you've seen as the main artwork on this set. And then inside, if you're familiar with Titans of Cult, they always give pins. And inside this steelbook is that one pin. So I do not understand why Titans did not stick to this. It's a beautiful way to actually display those pins. Maybe it was costing a bit too much to manufacture them, I honestly don't know. But it was such a nice touch. Not only that, but the steelbook that you get inside it, it does come with a slipcover. And as you can see, the slipcover and the steelbook, you know, combine to form a picture. As you can see, it is the red rose. You've got Natalie Portman's face in there as well. There's nothing going on in terms of the back of it. But the steelbook is stunning. Look at this. Check that out. So it has a lovely high gloss finish on it. You got the city there in the background as well. You got Natalie Portman's face. Look at that. It's beautiful, but it's also very, very sinister looking. And then, of course, when you see the back of it, you've got V on the cover. So it's a beautiful steelbook release. I love the way that the slipcover goes with it as well. That's it in full. And, of course, that is the inside of the steelbook. It's a wonderful movie. It has a fantastic 4K transfer. As a matter of fact, nobody seems to talk about this this movie in terms of its 4K release, which is a shame. But it is beautifully presented from Titans of Cult, and it is hands down my favourite release from them. So there you have it. That is my favourite release from Titans. Right, so moving on, I'm going to be focusing now on Turbine. What is my favourite 4K release from them? This is probably one of the first releases that I've gotten, that I bought from Turbine. And it is beautifully presented, and it is an American Werewolf in London. Now, I'm almost certain there is 2 variants out there that you can get for this set. I opted for this one. I was a little bit late to the game on it. It did sell out. I had to get on eBay, and I had to spend a little bit more than I would like to have. I think it was around maybe €20 more than the retail price, but I think it was worth it in the end. The newly commissioned artwork looks absolutely astonishing on it. That's the spine of it, and the spine matches up with the rest of Turbine's box sets that came out similar to this one. And then, of course, you got the signpost at the back of it. You got the full moon as well. So loving the artwork throughout this set. Lovely hard rigid box, and there's so much content in here. Again, I'm just going to breeze through it just to give you an idea of what you do get inside. But the first thing you see is you get a simple sticker. It does say beware the moon. There's also a couple of coasters from the Slaughtered Lamb. I had a funny feeling they were going to put that in there. So there's 4 of them all together, and they're all the exact same with the Universal logo at the back. You also get a couple of postcards. And is there a poster in there as well? No, it's just a couple of postcards. There's around 6 of them all together. As you can see, a few of them are behind the scenes. Again, if you do want to get a look at this, the link in the description below for the video is there. You also get a double-sided poster, one of which is the Slaughtered Lamb, which is fantastic. You get the soundtrack of the movie, which is nice to see it featured in there. Nice little kind of digipack as well. That kind of opens up. There you have it. And you also get a booklet. And as you can see, it's done like the newspaper, the London Mirror. Now, I can't show you the back of this booklet because it's showing pictures that I won't get away with. But yeah, it's a write-up in there. Unfortunately, it being a German release, it's all in German. But I suppose you can appreciate some of the stills and behind-the-scenes footage that you see on this booklet. Is rather nice. And then, of course, you get the digipack for the movie. And look at the artwork on this one. Again, quite fantastic. I'm loving the way, look, you kind of half of him is human, and then his legs, as you can see, it's he's slowly transforming. And then right at the back, you have Tottenham Court Road sign. And then, of course, inside, it is a 3-disc set, and at the back of it is such a nice touch as well, because it's the 2 boys walking there in the countryside. Or on the moors, as your dads say. Now, I do remember seeing this. It's been a while since I watched it, but I remember the 4K transfer looking absolutely fantastic. So much so that I had absolutely no desire to pick up the Arrow video release of it. I was very impressed by what Turbine done with this release. So there you have it. That is my favourite edition when it comes to Turbine, and what a movie that is, An American Werewolf in London. Right, so moving on, and I'm going to be focusing on Second Sight, another monster label. This one is no surprise. As a matter of fact, anyone that owns this release, I'm sure it's probably one of your favourites from Second Sight, and it is Dawn of the Dead. How can you not be impressed by this edition? As far as I remember, I think this is a 5-disc set, of which you get 3 cuts of the movie: the theatrical, the Cannes cut, which is the extended version, and the Argento cut. You get a dedicated bonus disc, and it is jam-packed with special features. And then, I think if I remember correctly, I think you get the soundtrack inside this as well. So I want to give you a quick look at it. Now, I never got around to watching all the cuts of this, all the cuts that are inside this set, I should say. But the ones that I have checked out looked absolutely fantastic. I think I watched the theatrical and the Cannes cut. And yeah, unbelievably impressed by the 4K restoration. Breathes new life into this movie. No surprise there, it being Second Sight. So this is the contents that you get inside. As you can see, the lid kind of just flips open or pops open. This is the contents, and as you can see, there is quite a bit in there. Like for instance, you get this here, which is the novel of Dawn of the Dead. Never got around to watching this. Oh, it's right, reading this, funny enough. I really should. So yeah, it is exactly what it is. It's a novel. So you get that inside it. You also get this hardback book, and it's Dawn of the Dead, Dissecting the Dead. So it's basically covering I'm presuming it's covering everything when it comes to Dawn of the Dead, the making of, the cast, all of that kind of thing. But look at the artwork on this. It just looks absolutely incredible. Second Sight, they put so much effort when it comes to their packaging. So yeah, it's a hardback book, as you can see. Yeah, you get it right up, bit of everything in there. And as you can see, it's quite a thick book as well. So there's a lot going on. Now, what's this? So this is one of the Digipack releases, and inside this one, what have we got here? This is the, you know, I actually turned around and I said it's a 5-disc set. It's a 7-disc set. Completely got that wrong. Forgot about the, there's actually 3 soundtracks on this release. Look at that. That is absolutely incredible. And when you turn it around and look at the artwork, the way it forms one picture. Check out the color scheme to that. It looks rather beautiful. So that is the soundtracks that you get inside it. And then you've got the other Digipack. And of course, this one is covering the movies. And as you can see, it's basically the same artwork on this set. I'm almost certain. Am I right in saying that? It is indeed. It's the exact same artwork. And in there you have, like I said, the 3 cuts of the movie. And then, of course, your dedicated bonus disc. And like I said, the picture is the exact same, only there's a little bit more to it. So there you have it. That is the Dawn of the Dead release. Hands down, the most definitive version you will ever likely see for Dawn of the Dead. And I think all of us out there are hoping someday Second Sight will get their hands on Day of the Dead and make a similar set to pair up with this one. You never know, but huge fingers crossed on that one. Right, so moving on to the last title that I'm going to be featuring in this video. It is the Umbrella Entertainment release. I really didn't have to think about this one. It was always going to be my favourite. Chances are it will always be my favourite. And it is Super Mario Brothers. Now, I want to take the opportunity once again to thank my good friend Connor Gray, because believe it or not, he actually gifted this release to me. I am not kidding. When he told me he was sending this across to me, my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it. I am a massive fan of this movie. I can't help but feel nostalgic every time I watch it. It's a bit like Street Fighter. It really goes against the original source material. But I always found enjoyment from it. And even though it did get critically panned at the time, it is slowly starting to find a bit of a cult following. And rightfully so. But I have to tell you, Umbrella have really outdone themselves when it comes to this release. This box in particular is one of the strongest boxes I have ever felt when it comes to a release, but it needs to be when you consider all the contents that are inside it. The artwork is fantastic. Everything that you see there in terms of the artwork is done with spot glossing. The same can be said for the spine of it. And of course, it being Super Mario Brothers, you have to have the Goombas on the back of it. Now, I have done a video on this set. Again, link will be in the description as well. And if you do want to get a proper look at this, it's there for you. And trust me, you want to check it out. It's fantastic. Now, you get a book in here. It is the script for the movie. As you can see, you've got quite a lot of Goombas on the cover. And it is exactly what I said it is, a script. Now, you also get a book. And this is, hands down, the most impressive book I have ever seen on any release. Look at the thickness of this thing. And it is covering everything. A collection of behind-the-scenes experiences and art. I had a wonderful time going through this entire book. You're going to see so much behind-the-scenes stills, I should say. Of course, you get the write-up in there as well. It's covering a little bit of everything. It's so incredibly impressive. That's what I'm talking about there now. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. I think you'll be massively impressed with it. It's, like I said, hands down the greatest book I have ever seen for any release out there. The amount of detail that go into is quite amazing. So much effort gone behind it. So that's the hardback book. You also get, it's like a magazine. I think this is like a recreation of a magazine that came out back in the day, and of course they were doing a write-up of the movie itself. So yeah, just a quick look at that. Then you also get, of course, your postcards. There's around 8 of them altogether. Again, I'm not going to be showing them here, but there is 8, and it's just a couple of stills from the movie. You get a couple of stickers as well. And there is one more thing in here before I show you the movie itself. You get this little still from it as well. Again, I don't know how well my camera is going to pick this up, but you'll notice that Dennis Hopper is in that little still there, that little clip. So yeah, Umbrella went through a phase of actually including a lot of these in their releases, but I think they've stopped doing it recently, which is a bit of a shame. Sorry if I can't get that in focus, folks, but hopefully you can get an idea of what it's like. And then, of course, you have the movie itself. And once again, the artwork is quite amazing on this one. The slipcovers for these Amarais, they really do big time remind me of Vinegar Syndrome. But that's the artwork. Right at the back, it does say, "Trust the fungus." And it goes without saying, everything that you see in terms of the artwork is done with spot glossing. And then you've got the Amarais itself, and it is the original poster artwork, which is great to see. And another thing as well, it is jam-packed with special features. As far as I remember, this is a 3-disc set. And let me just make sure. So yes, you get the... I think it's the dedicated bonus disc. You get the movie on Blu-ray, and of course you get the movie on 4K. That's the disc inside. I'll just quickly show it to you now. But there you go. And then you also get 2 posters as well. I won't get into it here. Like I said, the full video is there for you to check out if you do want to. So that is everything that you get in this absolutely extraordinary edition of Super Mario Brothers, and I'm still pinching myself that I own such a release like this for such an obscure title like Super Mario Brothers. So there you have it. That is my favorite release from Umbrella Entertainment, and that's everything that I'm going to be featuring in this video. And once again, I'm hoping this video will get a decent response, and if it does, I will move on to the next. I think the next video I will maybe focus on the likes of maybe Manta Lab, Film Arena, Everything Blue, the likes of those. I think it's going to be great to go through. So we'll see how it goes. So with that said, I'm going to let you go. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts on some of the pics that I showed in this video. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.